was the phrase I loved to hear in the late 90s and only increased my love for the WWE to the point of buying 100 WWE figures by Jakks Pacific. Unfortunately, I sold them all 10 years ago. So now Figuarts just hit the nostalgic funny bone in my wallet by releasing this figure. Was I a jabroni for buying this figure without thinking twice? Let's find out in this toy review of SH Figuarts WWE The Rock. Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us once again on the D-Star01 channel. I'm your host Dexter Arafiles, and today we'll be looking at a figure that SH Figuarts knew I would spend money on, and that is my childhood favorite WWE superstar, The Rock. Figuarts is planning to release more of these figures, so let's open up this figure to see if it's worth your money. Right off the bat, you gotta look at that face. All four of the faces you get with him look exactly like The Rock back in the late 90s, and this new 3D capturing technology SH Figuarts uses is outstanding. They even captured the people's eyebrow with such great detail. Unfortunately, that is the only thing that is fantastic about this figure. The biggest complaint I have is clearly his skin tone and lack of shading. He is immensely pale, and looking at the box, the picture on the box looks more accurate to his real-life counterpart. This doesn't get any better with the uneven shading, as you can see shading in his midsection and a little bit on his thighs, not much at all. His lack of shading loses the detail and muscle definition as well. This honestly makes him look like a cheap figure, and for the price tag of around $50 US, he isn't that cheap. The one thing I have to say is that they did get the slender body of The Rock right, as back then he wasn't as big and muscular as he is now. His tights, elbow pads, knee pads, and boots are quite plain, but honestly I don't expect much detail from them, and fits The Rock really well with its current detail. Overall, in my opinion, this figure would be so much better if they got his skin tone right and shading correct, but sadly he's a little bit of an eyesore for me. So here we are with SH Figuarts The Rock from WWE, and we're going to talk about articulation and scale. So first let's get his height out of the way. We are looking at almost exactly 6 inches, if not a little more, on the height of this guy. And as we compare to scale, we have a Marvel Legends Rogue from the new X-Men series. As you can see, they scale pretty well. And then we have a Vegeta from SH Figuarts. So he fits really well with Marvel Legends and their own line of SH Figuarts. Now, as for the Mattel WWE line, I'm not too sure. I do know those are a little bit bigger, so he probably doesn't fit well with those. So let's talk about articulation. Now, what I really like about him is that, he's really articulated, so you can do all the moves that he does on the show. So let's talk about his articulation. We have a bendable toe here, awesome. We have movement at the ankle here, rotation there, bend at the knee, double knee joint there. We can twist at the upper leg and move all kinds of ways. We have a rotatable midsection here and rotatable upper as well. As you can see, these are really tight joints also. But we have the double shoulder joint here, which can make him do almost a full hug of himself. But in my opinion, these kind of look ugly, as I said before. They kind of interrupt his overall design. I think they could have hid this better. In fact, they probably shouldn't even have done the double jointed right here. So I don't know. That is my opinion. I think that just doesn't look that good on him, and it just ruins his overall body type. But back to articulation, we have a bend at the elbow, ball joint on the wrist, and of course we have a joint here at the lower neck and the upper neck. So yeah, very articulated. You do get what you pay for, but like I said, the elbow, the shoulders here don't look that good. So yeah, there you have it. Articulation and scale for The Rock by SH Figuarts. 3 extra faces, 8 extra hands, and a microphone is what you get with this figure. Again, the faces is really what makes this figure rock. They look like The Rock, as you can see right here. The hands are all fitting to the character, and I especially love that these 2 hands are jointed so you can do awesome poses open or close-handed. The mic can also be held by these hands and the unjointed closed hands as well. These accessories fit the character well, but what is sadly missing is the removable elbow pad so he can do a people's elbow. Sadly, Figuarts missed the opportunity, and only one signature special move can be performed by this figure, the rock bottom. Overall, I am quite satisfied with what he does come with, and posing him with other figures and wrestling moves is fun, but his inaccurate paint applications makes me wonder if he deserves to be the people's champ in my collection. So let's break down this figure by starting off with the negatives. That skin tone is inaccurate and to me makes him hard to look at. The lack of shading also makes him seem very plain and dull. Lastly, these shoulder joints, although very usable, look really out of place to me and interrupts his overall design. Look at the box. It is clear they are hiding his shoulder joints because they just don't look very streamlined. A single ball joint would have been better in my opinion. Those negatives are a big deal to me, and it makes me wonder if the Mattel figures are a better and cheaper alternative to this one. But let's talk about the good. Very accurate face, very excellent posability, making him almost perfect to pose with all your other figures and to perform his special moves. All these features make him a truly premium figure. But the question is this really worth $49.99? And to me, that's really a hard pill to swallow. So I have to give him a very generous score of 7 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And if you really like this figure, let me know down in the comments section below. Thank you and have a good one.
Hey you! Thanks for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Where? Right here. Not there, right here. You. And thanks for watching. So, rate, comment, and subscribe. Right here, right there, right here. Yeah.